We're excited to have Michael here with us this morning. Go ahead and get us kick-started. Michael goes by the Real Estate Marketing Dude, and he's going to share with you some information about being a brand. So, Mike, come on up.
Thank you, Scott. All right. What's up, everybody? Morning. Morning. I'm in Louisville. I got in really late last night. I had a couple drinks, so had a good time. Anyways, how many of you guys are doing video? Who's doing video? I want to see a show of hands when we get the slides up. Just by show of hands. Just 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. How many people are doing it consistently? I'm not talking about how many people are doing edited videos? Not Facebook Lives. Not walkthroughs. Cool. What we're going to talk about today is video. But before we get started, I wanted to preface what we'll chat about in this way, because until you really understand it from this sense, it's hard to get motivated to get started. So when I first started in content marketing, it's probably about 9-10 years ago, and one of the companies I followed was a company called Digital Marketers. Anyone ever heard of them in the room? So Digital Marketer is like the godfather of digital marketing, more or less. So long story short is they were stuck. They started off as a consulting company online. And what they did was they came across a roofing client. So imagine being in a roofing business, owning a roofing company. In the Midwest right here, like how many times do people have to actually order a new freaking roof? 15 to 25 years. So they're trying to figure out a marketing plan for this online business. And like, how the hell are we going to do this? The people have a better chance of dying before they order a new roof, and it's not like people go out and refer like roofers left and right, because who the hell knows a roofer at the top of mind? So what they did is they ended up creating a whole gutter cleaning service. The gutter cleaning service, let's say in the neighborhood they were charging $97 a month. They made their gutter cleaning service $27 a month, and they started marketing the gutter cleaning service. What do you think happened? So all their gutter cleaners were just trained to identify roofing issues. So you're right. They ended up blowing up their business, and all of a sudden they had orders coming in left and right. So they had to create a gutter cleaning service in order to drive their roofing company business. Does that make sense? Yeah. That's the exact same thing that is happening with video today. All right. A lot of people look for marketing and lead generation as instant gratification. That's not what happens necessarily with video. But when you have a lot of it, you'll start attracting a lot of business, and that's exactly what we're going to chat about today. So agents, a lot of this is branding. A lot of this is like, it's all branding. A lot of it is. And people that have a brand don't really have to chase business. Do you really think Josh Altman door knocks? You think Josh Altman is on calling expireds or chasing for sale by owners? No, business comes to him. And if you look at any of these groups, any of these Facebook groups, look at some of the agents that are doing the most amount of business. They all have brands. They're not the sharpest tools in the shed. We all have an agent in our market right now that we're like, I fucking hate this guy. Sorry, I swear once in a while. And they're not better than you. They're just more popular than you. They just have more people that know what they do. So, I'm sorry, guys. Do you guys want the PG version or the rated R version? Because I swear quite a bit. But I'll tone it down because I know it does offend people once in a while. So, here's why your brand matters, okay? Nobody cares what brokerage you work for anymore. Only 4% of people actually hire the agent. 96% of them hire, or 4% hire the brokerage, 96% of them actually hire the agent. So what does that mean? Does it really matter what brokerage you're with today? No, unless you're living on the coast and you're like selling $3.5 million properties, it's not going to really apply to the mass majority of us. At the end of the day, people do business with agents they know, like, trust, but they have to be remembered. Fair statement? Yep. So people don't remember that you're in real estate. They remember how you do real estate. I want you to think about that. Nobody remembers, like when I was still practicing in Chicago, no one remembered that I sold real estate. They remembered I was the fucking Chicago real estate dude. And that I was all over the place with my branding. They saw that my dudeness is what they remembered, not what I did for a living. And it's no different for any of you guys. People don't remember what we do. But when you do it visually, you become unforgotten. And that's the whole point. Everything you do today has got to be done visually. So we're going to start off with an exercise. And I'm going to get someone from the crowd, ma'am, right here. What is going through your head right now? What images go through your head? Yeah. I don't have one. All right. I haven't had that one before, ma'am. Let's try you right here. Small child. Small child, she says. Everyone else pretty much say the same, right? Now what do you think? Okay, sir? What do you got here? Cute kid. Bubbles, Asian boy. He's in a bathtub. There's a toilet behind him, right? See, you have more impact over an image versus text, don't you? So let's do it with video. That's my son. I couldn't find another video. Which is most impactful, right? So think about that with your business. Everything you do, when you do it on video, it just leaves a bigger footprint. It leaves a bigger impact, just as I just showed you in that little simple example. And we work in the most visual business in the freaking world. There's a whole damn television station dedicated to our profession called HGTV. Yet people are like, how the hell do I market my business on social media? Well, fucking turn on the TV and market yourself and watch HGTV. They're doing it for us. So marketing isn't hard, is what I'm telling you guys. It really isn't. It's a giant popularity contest. And I'm going to give you guys another story that I think everyone in this room can resonate with. So I went to college 2002, not too far from here, Southern Illinois University, Carbondale. And I have friends in college that I don't see anymore. Once we graduated college, what happens is that like I stay in touch with him through Facebook. I know he has friends. I know he has kids. I know he married Julie. I know he has 2 kids my age. But I've only kept in touch with them with Facebook. So my question to you is this, is if I were walking down the grocery aisle, and this is one of my best friends in college, his name's Matt Yonke, and I'm walking down the grocery aisle and I saw Matt today, even though I haven't seen him personally in 15 years, I would still walk up and hug him and say, what's up, dude? But if Facebook didn't exist and I didn't have any mental images of him for the past 15 years, I would walk by the same person in the same damn grocery store and not even know who the fuck he is. That's the power of imagery. That makes sense? When you're not constantly marketing your own business, you're out of sight, you're out of mind. Someone else is. If you're not marketing your database, I guarantee you somebody else is. So all we're doing is, a lot of this stuff is when you're staying in touch mentally with social media, video, email, and all of this stuff, it's not that hard to be on top of mind with your clients, because the truth is that nobody else is freaking doing it, especially right now. But that's also the opportunity. So a lot of people ask me, what does it mean to have a brand? Does anyone get confused by what that means? Like, what's a brand? You hear the talk a lot. A lot of people are starting to say attract, business, attract. Does anyone know what that actually means? Yes, sir.
A brand would be something that would identify who you are. Like, for example, Kleenex. Kleenex is a brand. You don't think it's tissue.
Correct.
But, when people say tissue, they don't say tissue, they say Kleenex. Because they've branded themselves as the leader in tissue.
100%. Great answer. He's exactly right. It's like your brand is just how people look at you. People call me a dude. 3 years ago, I was selling real estate in Chicago. Now I'm in San Diego, and I sell real estate marketing services to real estate agents. But I didn't change my brand. I'm still a fucking dude at the end of the day. So you got to figure out what that is for you. Once you figure out what the brand is, that's how it's just you. It's your personality. But don't overthink it. Your brand is how other people recall or remember you. Okay? People don't remember what you do, they remember how you do it. Let's take Nike for an example. Nike doesn't ever have to showcase their products and services with any of their advertising, if you take notice of that. They just put the swoosh right next to Michael Jordan's story, right next to Tiger Woods' story and other athletes. And then we like, holy shit, they're a brand. Like, they're athletics. They don't have to sell their stuff. We don't have to sell our stuff either. So, but if you're out of sight, you're out of mind. The only way you build a brand is consistent communication to the same audience over time. That's it. If Matt stops posting on Facebook of his kids, I forget who the hell he is. You know that 80% of people don't even remember their real estate agent's name after 6 months? In a referral-dominated business, how the hell are you going to survive? So let's look at the math. Nothing I'm going to show you today is going to be theory. All of it's going to be backed by statistics and mathematics. Everyone's chasing leads. Leads account for less than 10% of the business. What the hell are we doing? Look at the numbers. This just came out from NAR. I didn't make up these stats. That's how people found their agents as a seller. Look at those top 2 numbers, 39 plus 24, whatever the math is on that. But let's go at the buyers, 41 plus 12. Chop it up any which way you want. 80% of business, closed business, comes from people we already know, we were referred to, or we personally met at an open house or in front of a damn sign. So if 80% of business comes from the people that we personally meet or know, why the hell are we spending 80% of our time chasing freaking leads instead of nurturing, maintaining the relationships we already have in life? Is that making sense? So at the end of the day, the business has always been right in front of us. But if you want to build your brand with video, you got to do it consistently. One video is going to, yeah, you'll get a spike, but over time, people forget about it. So again, it's just doing everything consistently. It's not your network's job to remember what the hell you do for a living. It's your job to constantly remind them. Video is not lead generation, in my opinion. I believe it's branding. You could use video for lead generation. We'll talk a little bit about that. But this is not lead generation. So if you're going to approach video like I'm going to chase leads, you already lost. We're fighting for attention. Attention is what the name of the game is, because when you have the attention of your database, when they think of real estate, they think of you. When they think of you, you get the deal most of the times. Top of mind brand awareness equals conversations, which equals referrals. That's it. This isn't rocket science, you guys. 72% of people close with the first agent they meet with. So what's our goal? Be the first damn agent you meet with. You think people really want to go search for their damn realtor? Think about it. Or do they just want to know and trust the person that they first think of? No one wants to go out and interview 5 freaking realtors. No one cares. They just want to get the job done. That's what happens. So let's do the math on this, okay? 10 to 15% of the population moves each and every year. The number hovers around 14%. That means, let's do an exercise. How many people are in this room? 140? Show of hands, who's moving this year? Be honest. And the divorces haven't, some of you guys will get divorced and they'll be moving too. All right? It's a true story. Not everyone here is showing the hands. Every time I do this in a room, 10 to 15% of the room is fucking moving. That's serious. So what does that mean? It means that the business is always right in front of us. What's the difference between having 10 to 15 conversations randomly? Do they have to be about real estate? No. At the same time, 100% of the population knows someone who's moving. Does everyone in this room know at least one person who's moving this year? I would hope so. We're realtors. Right? It's truth, but I don't market my database for their direct business. I market it for their referral business. And I want to turn them into my damn referral source. I want to turn my database into my sales force. People move every 6 to 9 years. Do the math on your market. When I lived in the city of Chicago, it was 3 to 5 years because we lived in condos in real small spaces, and we outgrow those quickly. But in the suburbs, it was 4 to 7 years. So what's the math in your network? If you guys have an email list, 10 to 15% of the people that see your shit are moving this year. 10 to 15% of the people that see your Facebook feed, your post, they're moving this year. 100% of them know someone they can refer you to. Oops. So we don't need a large audience. That's the other thing that I see a lot of people like, I need to have 3,000 people on my email list. No, you don't even know them. Most people can't even take on another 4 clients at a time, yet you're trying to talk to 3,000 people. You only need like 100. Everyone lives somewhere. We all live somewhere. Our business is not like financial planning where you got to go chase a bunch of TPS reports or sell someone on life insurance. Everyone has a need here, so it's not rocket science. That means every single person's a client. And as a matter of fact, your database wants to remove you. Who wants to do an exercise? I want someone who's on Facebook right now. Can you ask for a plumber referral? Let's see how many damn referrals you get by the end of my presentation here. And people want to refer you business. We'll pull it up at the end of the presentation. But people want to refer you business. They do. We all want to refer each other business. And this is how referrals generated. Referrals generated very simple. We're talking, right? Hey, what's up? I'm moving. Holy shit, you got to get my guy. And then a referral's born. The question is what made someone interject your name into that conversation? All right? We naturally want to solve problems. That's the way God made us. Who here doesn't like to solve a problem? That's how we're made. We're going to solve problems. Just like whoever that is, ma'am, I don't know your first name, but she's going to get 15 plumber referrals within the next hour. And my question is like, how the hell do all these damn people have their damn plumber's cell phone number on them at 9 o'clock in the morning that they're going to inject in a referral, but yet you don't think they want to refer you business? Think about that. A lot of times we're scared to ask. We don't need to ask, we need to remind. Major difference. People want to refer you business. And this is another exercise. Anytime I go out to dinner, what do we do when we go out to dinner? We talk about going more places to go out to dinner. Does anyone ever realize that? You go out to friends and family, you're like, oh yeah, you got to go check out this restaurant. But what's weird about it is every time I refer somebody another restaurant, I subconsciously find myself like calling that person like a week later and be like, yo, bro, did you go to that restaurant? Why the fuck do I care? It's because I want to be acknowledged. I want them to say, yeah, I did. Thank you, Mike. So people want to send you business. You just have to acknowledge it. Make it easy for them. So how a referral happens is very simple. There's a conversation just like me and you were conversing right here, right? And someone says, I got a guy, or I got a girl, I got a realtor, I got this. And they inject you into the conversation. That's it. But you can only be remembered when you're, what? Top of mind. Referral opportunities happen immediately. Plus, moving in general is one of the most emotional moves anyone can make. I moved to San Diego 3 years ago. I was like on YouTube, like so excited, like a little kid in a candy store. And I'm like, dude, I sold real estate for 17, 18 years. Why the hell am I like so emotional about this? It's just the way we are. Okay? So what I'm talking about here is the mindset behind video, and we'll get into that in a second. But video, when you do it consistently, will build an audience, not a database. A database is nothing but a collection of contact information. It's not worth jack shit unless you people that are on it actually know who the hell you are. If I stop publishing my podcast, I lose 2,000 website visitors a week. That's consistency. That's just a form of media. So look at video as a way to sort of stay on touch, stay on top of mind, and say, hey, don't forget I exist. Just a bunch of series of jabs. Don't forget I exist, don't forget I exist. We don't even have to talk about real estate. But here's the problem. Does anyone have any questions on the behind this, why and how this works? And we're going to get into the actual tactics now. Cool? All right. So how many people are stuck with video because they don't know what to say or do? Anybody? How many people don't want to get on video because you don't want to talk about real estate? You're like, that shit's boring. I don't want to do this. Right? I don't blame you. So your videos don't have to be about real estate specifically. They just need to remind people you're in real estate. And we have the perfect business to do that in. Again, I said HGTV earlier. All I've ever done is just copied them. I'm not smart. I just take what other people are doing and I put my spin on it. That's what basically everybody in the world does. When you talk about something you're passionate about, naturally you'll be more authentic on camera. I'm assuming that the fact that all you guys are taking 2 days off, that everyone in this room is very passionate about real estate. Can I get a show of hands on that? All you guys are just like, I hate real estate. Let's go to a conference. So you're already passionate. The thing's already there. Like if you put me on a cooking show and I'm on video, I look fucking really uncomfortable. I'm like, I don't want to do this because I don't know how to cook. You'll still think I'm a chef, but you wouldn't buy my book. You put me on a cooking show with Dave Ramsey, I'm like, I like that guy. I'm buying his cookbook. Why? Because he's delivering his message with authenticity, with passion. So you have to be passionate about what you're talking about. We're just talking about our communities. The key is authenticity. No video works unless it connects with the audience viewing it. So you ever watch like some of these videos, like the whiteboard market updates? Everyone's just like, you're just like, God, it's horrible. Well, it's not authentic. A lot of people doing the market updates are forced to do it, and you could see it in their face. Their coach told them to do it, so they went out and did a video. The only goal is to connect. When you plan out your theme and you plan out your strategy, it's very easy to actually create content. You'll be motivated to do it. You'll want to do it. You should be having fun doing this. But here's why video is really important, is that I don't even care what the hell you say on video. 90% of it is tone and body language like this. People only retain 10% that comes out of your mouth. So don't worry about what the hell you say. Worry about how you say it. Think about it. If I came up here today and I did this presentation like this the entire damn time and I didn't fucking move, you guys would be like falling asleep, like, get this guy the hell out of here. I have to walk around and use body language. I'm doing this on purpose. Right? So think about your videos are the same way. Everyone worries so much about what we're saying on video, but the truth is that nobody freaking remembers or cares or even knows. No one retains it. Anytime I see people talk about real estate content, do you think people really remember the market update stats? Fuck no. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. Always. And think about the videos that you guys watch. Everyone, the videos that go viral aren't the most edited, they're the most authentic. You ever notice that? It's like two cats playing with a ball of yarn. Everyone's like, ah! Right? But it's real. That's what people love. Be real, be you. So let's go in through and talk a little bit more in tactics. So before we start off, I like naming shows. I like creating a show. Does anyone know why I would like to create a show on a local market? Because it forces you to tell a story and not talk about yourself. So one show at the top is for a mortgage broker. The one you see at the bottom is for a real estate agent. Both of them are really the same show, but they need an excuse to report their news. Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Wake Up Seattle. Today we're at Pike's Place, and we're going to go view blah, 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 whatever he's going to say next. You automatically script into a story, or as like almost like a news reporter, when you have a show. If you don't have a show, you start talking about yourself, then you run out of shit to say. Is that making sense? So what we want to do, I'll show you both strategies. Wake Up Seattle is a mortgage broker. What he's doing is he's going to be doing a community series, and he's leveraging realtor relationships. He's going to go throughout the town of Seattle, and he's basically creating a show, and he's interviewing realtors because they're the experts. What he's going to be doing is leveraging their relationships for business, plus using that same content to market his own sphere of influence, which he's never done before in the past. Ask Mama is a real estate agent. She's a mom that happens to sell real estate. She's not a real estate agent that happens to be a mom. So Ask Mama is a community series in San Diego, and if she wants to do business owners, for example, it's got to be kid-friendly business owners, kid-friendly restaurants, beaches with changing stations, the top 5 breweries with kids' play areas, because that's how a mom would talk. Does that make sense? It's not about creating videos to check a box. It's about creating videos that really represent whom you are as an individual and your brand. Me, if I'm, let's do a couple more, an example. And your brand will change over time. So for example, when I was single and I was a bachelor, I would probably cover like a neighborhood series and I'd be talking about where the hot chicks and the bars are at. But if I'm married, I'm more like talking about where the kids and where the schools, right? So you just have to, there's no shortage of content to create, but the truth is it's just what you already are doing on the weekends. You shouldn't have to overthink this piece. Ask Mom, I'll show you some videos of hers in a second. So what we want to do is just create a community show, do 1 to 2 videos a month. I don't care. This is like farming, you guys. Post it on your social media channels, email them to your website, put them on your website, multi-purpose all that content on YouTube. And if you want to get more eyeballs, you run ads. It's as simple as that. But that's a strategy. Anyone have questions on that? Think of farming. Have you guys ever, everyone's familiar with farming, right? Does anyone farm, direct mail? How many years?
I don't do direct mail, I just do a zip code.
Okay. Anyone direct mail?
Started it first of the year, 2 mailers out, 700 in the farm.
Okay, no leads yet, right?
1 phone call.
Oh, that's great. So these are the stats on farming. Farming's great. There's nothing wrong with it, okay? But it's identical to what video is. So farming traditionally, pick a neighborhood, 500, 700 doors. Year 1, expect 1 to 3 listings. Year 2, 3 to 5. Year 3, 7 plus, they'll say. Anyone who's done it for a long time will give you those exact stats. So the question is why does it work over time? So here, if you take off the next 3 months because you want to be lazy, are you going to fuck up the whole previous campaign? Yep. 100%. That's consistency over time. Right? So it makes a lot you have to do it. It's the same thing with video. Okay? Now, direct mail is great. It's physical. Video is visual. Which one has more impact? And that's really what it is.
How do I get my direct mail people to watch my video?
You overlayer the zip code on Facebook and YouTube.
Can't do that.
You can do it on YouTube.
What I'm direct mailing to are out-of-state investors.
Ah, you're doing absentee owners. I like that. Talk to me afterwards. It's complicated. We'll lose everyone. All right, so let me show you the big picture, okay? This is what we're really looking at. This is an agent right here. There's 2 ways to acquire business in our business. You either buy it or you attract it. Agreed? This is prospecting. I'm talking about just this. I'm not talking about anything to do with this. The agent that is constantly farming their database with direct mail, with video email, and social media will win every time because they're everywhere all the time. So what we're talking about is a systematic approach to video content. What we do is, and I'll go through it step by step, but we go video email and post all of our videos on social, and then we'll promote those videos to our databases. That's the plan. It's that simple. So let me show you first video, just to give you an idea. I won't play all these through, but this is what we call a trailer video for the Wake Up Seattle show.
Welcome to Wake Up Seattle, the one show that's going to take you inside all things Seattle. We're at the epicenter of Seattle, the Pike Place Market. On this episode, we're going to take on a sneak peek of restaurants, activities, and neighborhoods around the area to help you get a better understanding of what Seattle is all about. I'm standing in front of the original.
Can you pause?
How cool is this?
Can you just pause it? Oh, that's good. I got it. I didn't know if the clicker would work. All right, so this is what we call just like an intro video. But he shot this on his cell phone. It's the first video he's ever done. And you don't need like super duper camera equipment. It's very simple. But you get an idea of what the show's going to be about. Right? Now, the question is that if this mortgage broker just keeps on doing this, and he posts this on social media, he video emails his database, and he emails all the realtors and puts the same content in front of realtors, what do you think is going to happen to him? They'll remember him. And put it this way, the person that has 2 videos a month for 24 months or 12 months is more memorable than the person who doesn't. That's all this is. You have to put yourself out there. Video just makes you unforgettable. We'll switch gears and go into, this is Denise, the mama. So that's mama. Like her, you could see that her tone is very mama-esque. She speaks directly to parents because that's who she resonates with. Has anyone ever realized that? Like, and look at your last 10 clients. Like, let's take a spitting image of your last 10 clients. Have you ever realized they became your friends? It's not an accident. We attract like people. I repel attorneys and anyone that wears a fucking tie. All right? But I attract dudes and dudettes like crazy. Right? So the point is that all we're doing is just talking directly to whom we really are as individuals at the end of the day. If you're a mom, be a mom and scream it from the damn rooftops. It's way more marketable than you being a realtor. I swear to God on that. So that's what we're really talking about. Now, is Denise more memorable as Denise Roldan Newell, or is she more memorable as Ask Mama? Totally. It's all about top-of-mind brand awareness. Is Dude more memorable than Mike Cuevas? Of course it is. That's why I did it. Top-of-mind brand awareness. So identifying your theme is very, very important. Once you identify who you are, what your theme is, by setting up a show, if you will, you'll know what to create videos on and how to create it. That make sense? Anyone need any more examples on that? Okay. So next question I always get is, how many videos do we have to do a month? So let's just use this as an example. And let's go back to the farming example I was going through with you. I don't believe anyone needs more than 2 a month. I have people call me all the time like, Mike, I want to do 8 videos a month. I'm like, dude, why? Just better promote the 2. What the fuck's the difference? It's the answer is not more content. It's more impact. So don't work hard, work smart. But let's walk through it. When you're working a media plan, and say you guys do video, it's all about consistency. So the first mental mindset is it's not an annual campaign, it's a monthly campaign, then just times that by 12. Okay? Now, if I'm doing that, and let's just use this as an example, in February 2018, if I'm doing 2 videos a month, that meant in January of 2018, I shot those 2 videos. So just pre-plan everything. There's no difference. Like when you guys prospect, what do? We either call on the phone or you do something. I don't know what people do for prospecting anymore, but this is modern day prospecting, content creation. It's the same damn thing. You just have to change your mindset on it. People's like, oh, I have to make my calls. No, fuck your calls. Start making content. Right? Sorry, guys. But let's walk through this and see how it works. So if someone's doing 2 a month, then I would set up like a publishing schedule. That means they're publishing, in this example, on the 1st and 3rd Wednesdays of every month. Okay? You have to be consistent, especially even on the days. Because what happens is once a video goes, here's what happens. Video gets published. Put it on your YouTube channel. I recommend putting it on your website. Post it to all your social media profiles. Video, email it to your database using BombBomb or our email system if you guys sign up with us ever. And then, if you want more eyeballs, you run ads. But if you run ads, and I'm talking about the simple ads, the ones that you could just press the big boost button, because we don't need to do anything complicated with this. Facebook does suck recently with all the ad provisions and whatnot, but do the math. Like, watch. You're going to get an organic push here. You run your ads, boom, it ends, and boom, you're back for another episode. Okay? 2 a month keeps you super consistent. It keeps you at the forefront. It keeps you top of mind because the truth is you're doing a lot of other stuff. Like you guys might have an open house or you're posting a market update or you're doing a holiday report or you got listings that are being active. You got closings of pictures. It doesn't matter. It's about creating content and turning your business into nothing more than a content machine because that's what it is. Do you think if someone really, it's not hard to get top of mind. All it involves is a tiny, tiny, tiny bit of planning. But an agent who's doing this, do you think they really have to go prospect business? The only time it doesn't work was when the people who see your videos don't like you. That's nothing anyone can help you with. You're in the wrong business if that's the case. So let's go into some other types of videos to create, because there is no shortage. I'm going to give you guys a bunch of different examples. Don't worry so much about what type of videos to create more than just making it video in general consistent. And there's no shortage of content. This is probably one of my favorite type of videos to do. Let's see. Oh, I thought I misspelled it. Case studies. One of the things that irks me the most is when an agent posts just sold or just listed on social media. I fucking hate that. Do you know what you're really telling everybody? You're bragging about how much money you made. And if you haven't noticed, in the United States, it's illegal to make money nowadays. When you say just listed, just sold. And on top of it, like, do you really want to be sold or closed as a client? How many people have invested money with a financial planner and then they stop calling you the day you invest? That's what they fucking think. That's what you're doing, essentially. It's the same damn thing. So don't post just closed. HGTV has a whole thing. Instead of saying sold, closed, tell the damn story. This 49-year-old homeowner just got a second bedroom, and his daughter is not sharing it anymore with little cousin Billy because he's got her own. And guess what? It's 200 square feet larger, and his payment is $400 less a month. And guess what? He's not renting, he's owning. Here's how. That's a story that people will like to see. HGTV does it every day, yet we're not doing it. We're bragging about how much damn money we made. This is a mortgage broker.
One of the biggest mistakes home sellers do is they get prepared to sell their home before you buy. That's right. You don't need a realtor. Yeah. Hey, I called the banker, and in this real life case study, I'll walk you through the exact steps and roadmap that my client used to successfully sell and buy a home at the same time. Key highlights: Scott was able to save $1,500 a month, paid off all of his debt, put 5% down for his new home.
What someone else says about your business is more powerful than anything you can say about it. Like, if I hate trying to sell my own stuff. I like when someone says Mike's awesome. It's just so much easier, but that's what a referral is, isn't it? How many people are doing case studies? Anybody? Make this part of your system. When you do the final walkthrough, snap the case study. That video would take 20 minutes to shoot. It's just disciplining yourself to actually take action and do it. If you had, I don't know how many houses people sell a month, but if you're selling 1 or 2 a month, that could very well be your entire video strategy. You're just putting in one more system into your business. That's all it is.
This traffic sucks. It's a 2.5-hour commute to go downtown station. What's up, everybody? This is Justin. This is Olivia. This is Katie, Travis, and Brendan. Welcome to another episode of Play Out Denver. We are the Acre Group Real Estate team.
So this is a team that does neighborhood tours, and they do it as a team. So they're doing they're doing team building while they're shooting videos. They're probably getting drunk along the way, and they're having a lot of fun. But their whole strategy is very simple. They want to own and be the digital mayor of Denver. So we're creating a bunch of content that revolves around moving to Denver, living in Denver. I'll talk more about YouTube strategy in a second. But again, same thing. Real estate agents are nothing more than tour guides. Like, make your business, like, that's what we do. We're advocates for our community. Am I wrong? So become the best fucking advocate of your community. That's all I'm saying. And create content around it. It's a neighborhood tour. This dude's, their team is called the Dream Homes team. So every one of their videos opens up in a dream. The name of the series is Dream Hoods. So, again, same thing. No matter what we do, none of this is like buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, is it? It's more just like, don't forget I exist, don't forget I exist, don't forget what I do. And the truth is that real estate agents are the perfect business to create this type of content, because they have to be in real estate and doing this. Otherwise, they have no damn life. Like, no one's going to do this unless you are in real estate. So don't overthink it, you guys.
Thinking about moving to Sacramento
So again, you don't even have to be on site to do these. You could do the exact same videos on green screen. So it's not even a managed of time. I will say, though, you will get more engagement, more views when you're on site than when you're on green screen. But it doesn't stop you from doing videos. I don't care which one you do. I just care that it's consistent. Make sense?
Once you've identified your brand story and come up with a theme to start creating consistent video content, it's time to define your audience.
So you could talk about real estate content. I like real estate content. It's just going to be your least engaged video because it's like no one cares about closing costs. However, I think everyone should have that content like on their sites because it shows and demonstrates you know what the hell you're doing. But I wouldn't do an annual just all real estate because it would get boring. But you could create enough baseline content that you could use over and over again. A couple other good contents are how to sell your house without an agent. What to do when your house refuses to sell. How to buy and sell at the same time. That's a shit people type into YouTube or in Google. Answer questions. If you need more questions to answer, go to Zillow questions and they'll tell you what they want you to create content on. There's a whole list of it. They'll tell you. These people want answers to questions. That's the content you create. So there's no shortage of content. Anyone have any other questions on that? All right, we're good on time. All right, so let's talk about how we distribute the content. Because shooting it, creating it, that's half the battle. But if you don't put it in front of the right people, there's no point, is it? We got to make sure we put it in front of the right people. My advice is to always just keep it at the very bare minimum. Anyone could have a good career just marketing their database this way. If you want to scale it, then spend money on ads and build your brand bigger. But let's talk about how we email it. So I video email. Anyone using video email? Anyone emailing their clients consistently? BombBomb, cool. It works awesome, right? BombBomb's great. I started off with BombBomb. We have a video email system in our software as well, but regardless of which one you use, dude, use video email to communicate. This is a mortgage broker. This is a community video he did. It has nothing to do with mortgages, but his branding on top of it will remind him that he's a mortgage broker. He doesn't really have to tell them he's a mortgage broker. See what I mean? Especially right now. If this dude was, I talked to him the other day, the refi boom going on right now is like probably the last time this may ever happen. So to answer your question, if this dude was creating content to his database consistently for 6 months, I guarantee you he'd have double the refis that he does now because more people would instantly think of him when they saw the rates drop. But video email to your database. You don't need to talk about real estate. Your database hates getting turn back the clock emails. Please don't do that this week. They hate getting turn back the clock emails. Dude, they're not dumb. Like, they understand. They get the news. That's just crap content. Like, who opens their mortgage broker emails? Today's market update. But yet we send the same damn emails, and we're like, it doesn't work after we delete it. So don't be that person. Create content that's original. Worst case scenario, if you're not creating edited type videos, just do holiday greetings. That's all I used to do. Valentine's Day, subject line, I love you. You might be wondering why a realtor says I love you on Valentine's Day. It's weird, right? Yeah, but it's because you are the source of all of my business. Literally, all my business comes from referrals from past clients just like you. So I wanted to say I love you. Short, sweet, super cute, gets a 60% open rate every time. So again, Groundhog's Day. April Fool's Day is coming up. That's a good play on words. You do something funny with April Fools. So just video email your database. Social media. I look at social as just like a CRM of my database. It's really all it was. Back in the short sale days, I used to get so much short sale business from social media, just on Facebook organically. And it was because all I was doing was sharing my story, and that's when it really turned on the light bulb for me. So when you're uploading your videos, upload organically to each platform you're on. Do not share from your business to your other page. That's the biggest no-no. I'll give you an idea. I did a recruiting video for EXP the other day, and he shared from his business. It was probably the best video I ever did. It was like an Aladdin. It looks like a movie shoot. But he shared it from his business page to his personal page. And in 8 hours, he only had one comment. I'm like, dude, take that shit down, upload it organically. When he did it organically, it had 100 comments, 29 shares, until EXP National told him to shut it down because it had a other brokerage reference in it. But it got way more attention, is my point, because you have to upload each video organically. Upload it on your personal page, upload it organically on your business page, and whatever groups you're in. Put it on your IG. IGTV right now is making a big push. If you guys know what's going on with that, you're going to start creating playlists of all of your videos within IGTV. They're going to try to take YouTube on. It's a whole other presentation. Pinterest is coming back. They just put video platforms in. I'm all in. I get 37,000 views a month on Pinterest. And your business page. Post it to all of these different platforms. And you guys, no one follows your business pages. I promise you. We're not that cool. We think that everyone sees our shit. No, post on your personal pages. The only reason I ever have a business page is to run ads. That's it. Otherwise, I wouldn't have a business page. There's no point unless you're going to run ads. No one engages on it. Your peeps are on your personal profiles, 100%. Any questions on that? Website. Multi-purpose your content. So every video you do, I like turning every video into a blog post, and I put that on your website. Have any of you guys ever gone to Travelocity and booked a vacation without any reviews? Anybody? Exactly. No one calls the realtor without any content on their site either. The content on your site is how people get to know you. People don't look on your website to go look for homes for sale. They got Zillow for that. They look on their website to see if they fucking like you or not. Your About page, the About page of a website is the number 3 most visited page. The reason for that is for that reason. They want to say, hey, can I trust this person with the biggest financial asset or investment I'm ever going to make in my lifetime? That's why they go there. Can I picture myself riding in the car with this dude for the next 2 months? That's really what's going through their minds. Do I trust them? So the content that you create, always multi-purpose, and that's what we're getting into, multi-purposing it. Ultimately, where you want to ultimate multi-purpose is this. There's a huge race right now for this. So I'm going to get into YouTube. I could talk a little about YouTube ads if I have time, but I want to get this point out. Every video you do has to go on YouTube. YouTube's a search engine. It's not a social media site. It's Google. So the only keywords that are ranking in right now, living in, insert city name, moving to. And the way that you want to look at YouTube is like a content library, and you absolutely want to create all of the content on there. You want to multi-purpose your content on there for the long term, okay? One video on YouTube is not going to get you ranked. Several videos on the same content will. The land grab of the internet right now is because the content's not yet been created. That's why everyone's fucking trying to create it. If I'm any of you guys, whoever owns this search is going to own it forever. And the content's just not there yet. So it's a race, really. Does that make sense? I'll show you guys more detail what I mean. So let me explain how YouTube works. So everyone's familiar with the YouTube channel, right? You guys go subscribe to my channel if you can, if you want to see all of our videos. It's called The Real Estate Marketing Dude. But YouTube's like think of it as your media company. This is your book, your YouTube channel. The top video on your book is your intro. That's your trailer video. And then you have these things called playlists. Playlists are like the chapters of your book. And the videos within a playlist are like the pages that make up the chapter. So if I want to rank for living in Palm Springs, I need to create a bunch of content that has living in Palm Springs referenced in it. Does that make sense? The more content you have, the better chance your videos pop up to the top of the search engine. It's that simple. Is anyone here in Las Vegas? Because there's 30,000 people a month typing that in. It's a gold mine right now. That's the highest I've seen. It's usually averaging about 5,000 to 7,000 on major metropolitan cities. And anyone who's in these states, Florida, Texas, people who are relocating too, because there's such a migration, it's great. Relocation business on YouTube is pretty much the easiest lead to pick up if you're looking at YouTube from lead gen. Make sense? So why we do this is that we do keyword research. Oh yeah, there's the Vegas slide. So we do keyword research before we actually decide how we're going to optimize our SEO videos. Don't do what I did. I did it the wrong way. In 2010-ish, I started creating videos on everything I thought was cool. It was a big waste of fucking time. It's not what we think is cool. It's what people actually type into the URL. Okay? So make it simple. But I did all the work for you. It's going to be moving to, insert city name, and living in, insert city name. Every single one of your videos should be keyworded that way. And all the content you would create would fit that keywords. Why do you think people look at YouTube so much for real estate? It's all visual. So they're not going to YouTube to type in how to buy and sell a house at the same time, even though I have gotten leads off that on YouTube. It's not going to be like, when I moved to San Diego, I was like, what does it look like? Like, what's the neighborhoods look like? I wanted to get in there and feel it and visualize it. I'm like, where's the beach? Where's this, right? So I was going through that. And that's what people do when they're relocating to different states. They want to feel it. They want to get to know it. They're looking for the cost of living information. That's why YouTube, that type of content's the only one I would create. Best neighborhoods in is the third one. That'd be a neighborhood series. But just like this, like, when I give you the scripts, you have 3 years of content to create. There's no shortage of content to create. So you just got to do it. So if you look at it, YouTube's like a search engine. And this is the formula I would follow if I was you guys. Living in city name, those are all the videos I would create underneath it. Moving to city name, all the videos I'd create underneath it. And then I would do my neighborhood tours. Then I would do my buyer and selling content. This will keep you busy for about 3 years. So the guesswork's done. And if you guys want the scripts too, hire a dude. Same thing. I recently just optimized my channel. I've been busy building everyone else's channels. I even done my own shit. So in the last 2 months, I've been just going back into all my content. And every Saturday and Sunday, I'm spending 3 or 4 hours on this. It took forever. I just finally finished it. But I started optimizing for what I wanted to rank on. And I have to do national terms. It's so much easier to rank for hyperlocal terms. I have to do national terms like real estate marketing. One of my series, within 3 weeks, climbed. I'm now number 3 on the hit list, right next to Tom Ferry and all the other gurus. But the reason for that is just from optimization. So I'm doing the exact same thing. Make sense? And if you want more eyeballs, you run ads. So this is pretty consistent with what we see. The ad spend, and I'm talking about, like, you could just do boosts. Like, if you're working a small town, hit the whole damn town. The business interview stuff, people share the living daylights out of this. Why? Because they love where they live. The best types of content on social are the ones that, like, Mary Lou's Pancake House, where Mary Lou's still fucking there, like, greeting everyone in the morning. We all have that place in our town. Those types of places get shared like crazy. Because people are like, I've been there, I love Mary Lou. So you tap into emotions with a lot of this business stuff. But she spent $15. Look at the stats. 7 comments, 25 shares, 2,900 views, and it reached 3,800 people. I mean, it hit her whole town. There's 18,000 people that live there. So if you want more eyeballs, just run ads. You don't need to do anything crazy. How much time I got? And we'll see if we get into YouTube. So I could skip into YouTube. I have a couple slides here. I'll walk you guys through it and what's coming. Any questions on the back end? All right. So how many people run YouTube ads? Anybody? That's exactly why you should fucking do it. See that? How many people are running Facebook ads? Watch all the hands. Okay, that's why I'm going to YouTube. Warren Buffett once said, when they zig, I zag. When I zag, they zig. That's exactly right. You should always be doing what everyone else isn't. That's how you get attention. But let's go through YouTube, and this is where I see as the biggest opportunity for most people.
Michael, we do have a question about the length of the videos that you're suggesting people do. How long should the videos be?
3 to 5 minutes on average. Facebook won't, once they switch their algorithm to like favor 3-minute videos, you see a big difference in that. Most videos you'll create won't be less than 3. But we've done one, like we had an interview, what's that NFL player? He's on the Bears. Brandon Marshall. And that was like an agent did an interview with Brandon Marshall. That was like a 10-minute video, but it was a celebrity, so it's okay if the story's good. But nothing over 10, nothing over 7. 3 to 5 is a good strike zone. I think they're average about 4-ish, 3:30 to 4 minutes. Is that it? Did I answer that right?
I have a question about what tool are you using for keyword research?
Sure. I use a tool called vidIQ, which is that's $49 a month, but that's a YouTube-specific SEO. But just get keywords everywhere. It's $15 a month, and it's a plugin or whatever they call it, extension you can put right on your desktop. Yeah, Chrome extension. All right, so let me go through YouTube ads. Let me show you what's happening there. So there's only one, if you're going to do YouTube ads, here's what to do. I'm just going to tell you the best practices, so we skip all the BS. So skippable in-stream ads. These are the ads that pop up on your videos before, and you could skip them after 5 seconds. So if you've ever been on YouTube and a video pops up, you're like, come on, get out of the way. I want to watch this video. That video that annoys you right there, that's that ad. Does that make sense? Now, if you're going to run ads on videos, you have to be very fast. It's a different type of script because you only have 5 seconds to capture their attention. So it's like, congratulations, you just got fucking married. Congratulations. Call them right out. Congratulations, you're buying your first house. Congratulations, you just had a kid. So if you're going to run ads, the script's a little bit different because you have to stop their scroll. You have to meet them in the middle. You have to meet them where they're at. But here's what I love about it. There's not a better brand play. So for you doing direct mail, the brand play on YouTube is just unbelievable. You only pay for views that are after 30 seconds or website clicks. That means if you get 9,000 views, you only paid for 3,000 of them. People call me all the time, like, Mike, my kid hates you. You keep interrupting his cartoons. I'm like, ha-ha, because I keep popping up on their channels. So look at it as just modern-day television ads. It's really what it is. When I saw YouTube sponsor the NBA Finals, that's when I was like, this is taking over. Everything's going to go streaming. But ultimately, it's the targeting. Unlike Facebook right now, Facebook's the worst right now. Who thinks that's a pain in the ass? I'm running an ad right now that isn't even like spending. No, it's not spending, so I'm running a free ad. And it's doing well. And I'm like, you can charge me? It's all buggy. Anyways, demographics, target whoever you want. It's opposite of what Facebook is. You could be as income, black, white, Asian, what language do you speak? It doesn't matter. You target whoever the hell you want. But ultimately, what's best is it's intent-based because it's a search engine. So YouTube has all the info. People who are searching for mortgages or real estate or houses, that's why I like it. Facebook doesn't have intent search. They have interest search. The leads you get on Facebook, like, oh, cool, I saw a man cave and I clicked on it and boom, there's your fucking lead. The leads you get on YouTube are more like, I'm looking for an exact question. It's intent-based search that you're targeting, not interest-based search. Does that make sense? Ultimately, though, keywords. What I would do, keep it simple. Target, moving to, insert city name. Target, living in, insert city name. Target your communities because the only lead I think you're going to get, a lot of it, again, is going to be relocations if you are playing the lead generation game. That's going to be the best. Don't worry about placement. Ultimately, retargeting on YouTube. Is anyone retargeting in here? A lot? Only one? Damn. Two. Damn. Retargeting, you guys ever know what retargeting is? So basically, you just pop up on people who visited your website or watched your previous videos. So if you guys watch any of my videos, you'll get another video that'll try to sell you my shit. If you visit my website, there's going to be other videos that are going to follow you around the internet and be like, hey, sign up for my shit. That's what retargeting is. It's no differently with you guys. I would just retarget with my about video. Ultimately, and I'm running out of time, but ultimately the difference is the search engine versus a social media site. And the context is different. People who are looking for content on YouTube are actually looking for answers. People who are connect on Facebook aren't necessarily looking for those answers. But the competition, there's nobody on it. That's why I want to do it. The branding play alone is worth it.
Aren't you also supposed to pay attention to your intro, like being consistent? Isn't that part of it?
Yep. Everything is. Everything is. And I'll answer a couple questions on that. So everyone asks what it costs. They could go as little as a penny, but you're probably looking at about 4 to 7 cents a view on average. And again, the key is that you only pay for views that are after 30 seconds. So that is like huge for brand. You guys know what I mean by that? Anyone who's farming, that's a no-brainer for you. Hit the same community. We have a gal running Facebook ads or YouTube ads, and she's in Boise, Idaho now, but she's from Northern California. And regardless of what side of the political aisle you're on, she hates socialism and she hates liberals. So what she targets, though, is she targets people on YouTube that like right-wing news that are also searching for Boise, Idaho, and she's fucking crushing it. Because she's connecting with them on an ideology, and then she's helping them with their relocations. So again, you could get that targeted in your ads. And she's just being herself.
They also do geographic targeting.
100%. Those ads are actually, we target people in California, Washington, and Oregon.
So it's not 15 miles bullshit.
No, you could pick per zip, and you could pin it.
So is it custom audiences on YouTube the same parameters as they are on?
So custom audience on YouTube, good question. Custom audiences on YouTube, you cannot upload a database, like your email list, until you've spent 50 grand, or you have 1,000. But other than that, it's the same, or you have 1,000 subscribers. and 1,000 subscribers or something like that. So yeah, most people, unless you spend 50 G's, you're not uploading your custom audience on there. That's the only thing, that's the one negative thing I don't like about it. Any questions? I got a minute. If you guys, hopefully I was able to provide some value. Follow me on YouTube. If you want to see our videos, you see all the content we create, follow us on YouTube channel, Instagram, and Facebook. Yes, ma'am?
What platform do you recommend for creating videos?
Your cell phone.
Well, but a lot of the things that you showed had editing and graphics.
I think you should hire a real estate marketing dude. So in short, you can edit your own videos. Personally, and I'm not trying to sell my shit, personally, it's a waste of time. It's not a money-making activity for a realtor. And I tried to do that, but I was spending so much time doing that, I could have been making money with that. So my advice, unless you know how to edit, is outsource at 100%. But if the question is, do I need edited videos versus non-edited? So here's my answer to that. 3 years ago, do you guys remember when Facebook Lives came out? And people were like, yeah, and you're like, holy shit, he's live. Like, you would stop. Everyone would watch videos 3 years ago. Now, is anyone commenting on your Facebook Lives other than the mortgage broker trying to get your business, the broker trying to recruit you, and the title rep trying to steal your shit? Am I right? Well, it's because they're boring now. So what's happened is that video has evolved in the context of it. So what it really does, my question to you is, it says more about your brand. For me personally, I would have a little bit of both. I would still do the micro content stuff, but I would absolutely have some more edited videos, because the one who has edited videos, what does that say about you? You're more professional. Yeah, you got your shit together. So it's about what people think, and it's all, so I think you are going to see that. 3 years from now, we're going to have to do something totally different. I guarantee we're going to be I'll be up here talking about virtual reality videos or something. But you have to evolve with it. So I advise doing a little bit of both. Anybody else? Good? Thank you guys very much. I appreciate you. If anyone, I'll be around here. I have to leave tonight. I'll be around for lunch if anyone has questions and wants to chat or anything, and I'll